Good afternoon to each and every one of you. Irfan this side from EDL MOU division of ExcelR. I hope I am audible to you. Could you please somebody confirm me whether I am audible to you? Okay. So we are crossing 400 plus now. We will wait more 2 to 3 minutes so that we will go up to the full capacity of Zoom. So, dear professors, I would like to request all of you. First of all, I welcome all of you to this international faculty development program on NLP and ChatGPT applications. I would like to request all of you, if you are, if you come across to get into this Zoom session, then you can switch to YouTube live also, because we are live on YouTube also. So anybody is facing the problem to get into the Zoom, so they are requested to switch the YouTube live. So we will be live on YouTube as well. And don't worry about the attendance and feedback link, because on YouTube also we will be sharing that attendance and feedback link. Okay, so we crossed 500. Let's wait 2 to 3 minutes more so that other faculty members can join the session. And I also would like to request all professors, faculties, please ask your faculty members, colleagues to join at their earliest so that we can start the session as early as possible. All right. So, dear professors, we almost across 600 plus faculty members in the room. So, without wasting any time, let's get started. So, once again, welcome to the International Faculty Development Program on NLP and ChatGPT applications in collaboration with CCAB, Institute of Engineering and Technology, Bijapur, Karnataka. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the CCAB, Institute of Engineering and Technology, especially the principal, sir, Dr. R.B. Khadir Naikar. Second, the head of the department of Computer Science and Engineering, Dr. S.A. Kadri. And of course, Miss Sabha is there, who is the faculty as well as faculty development program coordinator. For their unwavering support and partnership in organizing this FDP program. So their commitment to this academic excellence and technological advancement has been instrumental in making this international faculty development program a reality. So as we all know, the field of education is constantly evolving, and it is important to keep up with the latest trends and technologies. So in recent years, the field of natural language processing, that is NLP, and the buzzword ChatGPT. So everybody is getting excited with this word ChatGPT. So yes, we are on ChatGPT applications. So this ChatGPT applications have witnessed the unprecedented growth powered by the remarkable progress in this NLP and deep learning kind of thing. So this powerful subfield of artificial intelligence has revolutionized our ability to understand and process the complex patterns in both language and visual data. So during this next 5 days, upcoming 5 days, we have an exciting journey ahead of us. This program has been meticulously designed to provide you with the comprehensive insights into the principles and applications of NLP and ChatGPT. So we have Mr. Vikas Narune with us, who is the trainer in this artificial intelligence, deep learning, and NLP. And he is also a practitioner who will guide us through the transformative learning experience during these 5 days. Through a series of these interactive sessions and hands-on training, you will have the opportunity to deepen your understanding of NLP techniques and, of course, on ChatGPT applications. You will explore the latest models, algorithms, and methodologies for training neural networks to solve NLP tasks. And we will also see some kind of ChatGPT applications, as you already aware of. So furthermore, we will share with you the real-world experiences showcasing how ChatGPT is transforming various domains and industries, and how this ChatGPT is affecting human lives. So we, ExcelR and CCAB, encourage you to make the most of this invaluable experience. Be proactive, ask questions, of course in chat, and actively participate in all the activities. Let your curiosity guide you as you explore the frontiers of the NLP and ChatGPT applications. We believe that this program has the potential to make a significant impact on education and research. And we are excited to have the opportunity to bring together, that is, educators from around the world to learn, share, and collaborate. So we hope that you will make the most of this opportunity, and that will leave this program with the new skills, knowledge, and ideas that you can apply in your classroom and research. Thank you again. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to a productive and rewarding next 5 days together. Before I move forward, we would like to offer a compelling opportunity that can greatly benefit your institution, and most importantly, your students and faculty as well. So I request all faculty members in the room to consider reaching out for the free MOU collaboration with ExcelR. So one of the key aspects of this collaboration is provision of applications and industry-oriented training on various trending technologies. And I'm very happy to share with you all that we have recently crossed 800 plus MOU collaboration in Pan India. So ExcelR, with its team of industry experts possessing in-depth knowledge of these subjects, is ready to provide this training for free. Exactly. So it is for free. So such an opportunity would allow our students to gain first-hand experience with the real-world solutions, equipping them with the practical skills and confidence necessary for their future business. Of course, we are delivering some CRT programs under this MOU collaboration for free. So the objective of this collaboration is threefold. So first is its aim to provide application-oriented training for both students and faculties by learning directly from industry experts. Our faculty members, or we can say our trainers, can enhance their understanding of trending technologies, allowing them to deliver more effective and relevant instructions to your students. So this in turn will bridge the gap between the college campus, you can say academic campus, and industry campus, or we can say industry expectations, resulting in well-prepared graduates who are sought after by employers. Second objective is collaboration offers. I mean, this MOU collaboration offers hands-on training on the latest and most relevant technologies through practical sessions and workshops. Your students will have the opportunity to engage with these technologies in meaningful way, gaining some valuable skills that are highly desirable in the today's job market. By offering such hands-on training, we can better prepare your students to excel their future careers. Last objective is, last objective of this MOU collaboration, that is, this collaboration can assist your college in meeting certain requirements set forth by accreditation bodies such as NAC and NBA. So by providing access to industry experts and application-oriented training, we can demonstrate our commitment to provide a holistic and industry-relevant education to your students. So this in turn can positively impact your institutional ranking and reputation. So that was all about the objective. So I emphasize that this collaboration with ExcelR is extraordinarily opportunity to enrich your educational programs, foster industry connections, and empower your students for success. So together, we have the chance to enhance your curriculum as well as trainings. So by integrating the real world applications, ensuring that your students graduate with the skills and knowledge which is necessary to thrive in their chosen field, or we can say career or domain. So I encourage, rather I request each and every faculty member in this room to seize this chance and reach out for free MOU collaborations with ExcelR. Together, we can revolutionize the learning experience for your students, provide them with the practical exposure to trending technologies and enhance their career prospects. So I would like to request Amar, please post our email ID of, EDL email ID, so that the faculty members can reach out to us for this non-commercial, or we can say free MOU collaboration. Amar?
Yes, sir. I posted the contact number and email ID in the chat box.
Yeah, thank you, Amar. So that's all from my side. Thank you for all your attention, and I urge you to consider the potential of this collaboration in providing application-oriented training, hands-on training experience, and meeting the NAC NBA requirements. So let us work together to create a transformative educational environment for your students. Further, moving ahead, so I would like to request Honorable Principal Dr. R.B. Kadir sir to guide us on this first day FDP program.
So I need to unmute themselves. So can you please tell me the name?
Kadir sir.
Okay, let me check. Yes, sir, you can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Dr. R.B. Kadir Naikar, right, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I already given you the access, course access. So, sir, please unmute yourself. Sir, are you able to hear us?
Yeah, hi, Sabha. Amar?
Oh, yeah, I'm giving a co-host access to Sabha.
Yeah, yes. Sabha, then one more head of the department from that college.
Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes. A very good afternoon to all the members who have joined. We, the SICAB Institute of Engineering and Technology of Jaipur, are glad to host this 5 days FDP in collaboration with ExcelR. The title is NLP and ChatGPT, scheduled from 14th to 18th August 2023. At an outset, I would like to welcome all the participants. And before I start, I wish to congratulate the people who are responsible for the materialization of this course, mainly Mr. Irfan from ExcelR, from our institute, Dr. Sabah Fatima, Professor Uzma Satikar, and Dr. S.A. Khadri were instrumental in arranging this program, and my congratulations to all of them. So this international FDP is open to the participants belonging to arts, science, commerce, engineering, as well as technology. The aim of this FDP is to provide knowledge in the area of natural language programming and ChatGPT applications, along with hands-on sessions. As already introduced by Mr. Irfan, FDP coordinator from ExcelR, the FDP will focus on fundamentals of natural language programming and ChatGPT applications. NLP for text analytics using NLTK or SPACY or sentiment bar emotion analysis projects using NLP, foundation models for information extraction, and ChatGPT model are areas that would be covered. Research avenues in NLP are also explored. The participants will be certainly benefited and will get in-depth knowledge in the topic through interactions with the industrial experts, mainly from ExcelR. We believe that this program will help them enhance their knowledge and skills in the field of NLP and ChatGPT applications and prepare the students for the challenges of the future. So I wish all the best, and once again I welcome you And I also thank the organizers and also giving me an opportunity to speak 3 words on this occasion. Thank you. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, Dr. Kadinaikar, sir. Thank you for your valuable words and guidance. Next, I would like to request Dr. Kadri, sir, to guide on us. Dr. S.A. Kadri, sir.
Good afternoon, all. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir, you are audible. Please.
Good afternoon, all. I am very delighted to express that our college has been collaborated with ExcelR. I am very thankful to ExcelR for helping us to organize the FDP on NLP and ChatGPT. These two terms, which are the buzzwords in this technological era. So this is a great opportunity to utilize this presentation and enhance our knowledge. So I request all the members to please be with us for these 5 days. Thank you one and all.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Kadri, sir.
Welcome,
now,
sir.
yeah, thank you. So now I would like to call Leela, the LMS administrator from ExcelR, who I mean, she will walk you through all that, how to use this ExcelR LMS, how to attend the station and all. So Leela.
Yes, Irfan. Thank you
Yeah,
so
please.
much. Hello, everyone. Very good afternoon. I hope I'm audible to you all. Amar, can you please confirm?
Yes, you're audible. It's
Okay.
loud and clear.
So without further delay, I'll explain you all how you can join the LMS. Like when we refer LMS, it is nothing but ExcelR's e-learning portal, which enables you to utilize the platform for your program materials, joining the session, and to access the recordings of this particular program for the 5 days duration. And this LMS access remains same with you for the lifetime. There is no expiry to it. You can log into it at any particular of time, and you can refer the recordings of the session even after the program is over. Okay. Our team is giving you the LMS access for the people who have been registered so far, and we are still giving the LMS access. Okay. So we've been giving it. It may be little delay for those who haven't received. By evening, we are assuring you that we will be giving you the access. So you can check on your emails whether you received the access or not. If not, kindly let us know. We will be giving you the access again. You can reach out to us at edl@excelr.com so that we will be giving you the access. And I'm sharing my screen. Amar, can you please allow me to share my screen?
Yes, I already allowed, I think. Now you can share. Yes, it's
So team, you can go through any of the websites available and type onlinelearning.excelr.com. This is our website URL. It's onlinelearning.excelr.com. Just a second. Yeah, so as soon as you search for this URL, there are few options available on the first website. Okay, so here there are 3 options along with sign in. So we have to click on sign in, and then it will ask you to enter your registered email ID and the password to log in. Okay, so as you've been given access, you can set the password. If you are the first time user, you have to set the password using the link provided to you via email. If you are already an user, earlier you have bbeen attending other FDPs and all, then the access remains same with you. In case if you see that link got expired, when you try to click on it from the email, you can use the forget your password option, and reset your password now. Okay, so you can use this option and set the password now if you forget or if you fail to set it earlier, and then log into the LMS. So now I'm giving my registered email ID and the password to access the classroom. And the email password that I have set up. As soon as I entered my registered email ID and the password, I will be able to see the dashboard in this way. Just a second. So this is same with all of you. You will be seeing all these options available on your interface when you log into the LMS. Okay. So 1 second. Yeah. So here on the left hand side, you will see the classroom's access that has been given to you. And on right hand side, you will see a banner and also today's session schedule. So if you fail to join the Zoom because of the space, you can try log into the ExcelR's YouTube channel and watch the live happening. In case if you need the link to join for it, simply click on this banner. It will redirect you to the Zoom live happening in our ExcelR YouTube channel. Okay, so you can simply click on this banner and you will be redirected to the YouTube in case if you fail to join the Zoom. Okay, and coming to the left hand side to let you join the live session happening now. On your right hand side, there is a tab called Today's Session, under which you will find today's schedule with name International Faculty Development Program on NLP and ChatGPT applications day 1. As this is the day 1, you will see today's schedule under Today's Session tab. If you want to see tomorrow, once you log in, you will see the schedule for tomorrow's session, same here in the same page. Okay, so here is an option called join. If you click on join, it will redirect you to your Zoom application where the session is happening. Okay, so I recommend everyone to log in LMS and join the session from LMS here onwards. And then if you fail to join the Zoom, above to it, there is a banner. You can click on it and it will redirect you to the YouTube application. So these are the suggested ways to join the session for the next 4 days of this FDP. Okay, and the Zoom link remains same for all the days of this program. You can utilize it in case you have not been given the LMS access. And coming to the classroom structure, this classroom enables you to access the recordings as well as the materials that we're gonna share with you as part of this training. Okay, whenever our trainer asks us to share the materials that he's been using in the session and wants to share with you for your practice purpose, we make sure that we avail all of them in our LMS. Okay, so here, I'm sorry. So under home, you will see the classroom access, right? Ignore about other classrooms access that I have. For you, it would be International Faculty Development Program on NLP and ChatGPT. So this is the classroom that you've been given access and you will be giving. Once you click on it, you will see 2 different sessions or tabs. One is curriculum, second one is meet. So under curriculum, you will see 3 different tabs, including feedback response, session recording, and materials. So under session recordings, you will see the recordings available once the session got over. So this acts as a recording for you after the session. So this way, you will see all the 5 days recordings available under session recording tab. And under materials, as of now, we haven't availed any materials since this is the first day of the session. Once our trainer shares that material with us, we will be uploading them here under materials. You can access them. And coming to the first tab, which is feedback response. So here, I highly recommend everyone to fill out this form, which acts as an attendance response as well as feedback to let us know how you feel about the session. Whether you are good to go, whether you are understanding every topic or not, is there any difficulty or challenge that you are facing, you can feel free to put it across in the feedback form. We will consider all your requests and try to implement. And at the same time, as I mentioned, this acts as an attendance response of your candidate. Okay, so for the 5 days of the session, we would be requiring 60% of active attendance to process your participation certificate for this NLP and ChatGPT applications faculty development program. We will be sharing your participation certificate to your registered email ID if we see that you have 60% of attendance. You may have this question, how you get the 60% of attendance? By simply filling out this form. If you fill this form, we will consider it as your attendance. Okay, so I hope I made these steps clear. In case if you have any challenges or if you are facing issues to access the LMS, you can write us an email to edl@excelr.com. Our team will assist you on it. And one more thing, if you are a previous user who has other classrooms access in your dashboard and now you are waiting for the international faculty development of this program access, you can simply visit our store, which is the third option in the LMS webpage. Under store, you will see this classroom access. So from here, you can enroll by yourself by simply clicking on enroll now option. Okay, if you click on enroll now option here, it will again ask you to proceed. Once you acknowledge that you are proceeding, then this classroom access will be added to your LMS account. And if you see here, there are few others which are ongoing programs being conducted as part of ExcelR retail programs. If you are interested, you can enroll these programs by your own from the store itself. Okay, so please inform us in case if you have any issues or in case if you fail to log into the LMS and if you need assistance, if you can write us an email or if you can put it across in the feedback form, our team will let you know and will check on your queries. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you, team, for the opportunity, and Vikas, over to you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Can you just quickly confirm?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You're audible.
Thank you very much, guys. And just also give me confirmation that you are able to see my screen as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, guys. And first of all, welcome you all and to this series of the NLP. First of all, I would like to thanks IFDP program and then CCAB Institute of Engineering and Technology in ExcelR for giving me this opportunity to become your host for next 5 days. And my job will be to take you to journey of this NLP. And nowadays, all of us are very much excited that how this NLP is affecting our life and AI has become an integral part of our life, right? And nowadays, the talk of the town in the AI is about ChatGPT. So in order to understand what we'll do is, we'll try to do a top-down approach, or let's say bottom-up approach, where we wanted to understand and everyone is excited to understand that how a ChatGPT works, what are its application, how you can integrate this ChatGPT, and how you can achieve a maximum productivity. So in order to understand that, we'll start with the very basics. The agenda will be totally focused overall on the natural language processing, right from the basics to what are the basic terms, what is NLP, what are the tools and techniques in NLP, how NLP is playing a crucial role in the AI, how computer understands the text or human language, why this NLP is important. Right from these basics to we'll try to understand first what are the basic concept like word to vector, what is parsing, what is TF IDF, how to make a tokenization, how we can structurize the entire text data, and how we can pre-process it and we can make it ready so that it can be consumed by the AI algorithms. And then once the AI algorithm consumes all this data, then we can come up with amazing use cases where we try to solve the business use cases. And one of the example could be the emotion analysis, sentiment analysis. And then we'll try to understand, let me share the agenda for the same. And I'd like to try to cover right from the very basic with the machine learning, all the concept of the tokenization, lemmatization, word to vector, TF IDF, stemming, how to pre-process the entire data and bring it to the required format so it can be consumed by the machine learning algorithm, or let's say it will be deep learning algorithm or NLP algorithm. So we'll start with very basics. I hope that the prerequisites for that for the series will be that you having a basic understanding of the machine learning algorithm, and then basic understanding of the Python, and the somewhat basic understanding of how artificial neural networks works upon, and what is the concept that how the things works upon. Don't worry if you are not covered all these concepts. I'll try to cover it right from the scratch to start with the machine learning. Then we'll try to analyze the sentiment analysis. Then we'll start with a somewhat intermediate level of the NLP, which will be into the recurrent neural networks. So how the recurrent neural network looks upon, what is the recurrent neural network, and what they are playing role in this NLP. Then for forward propagation, back propagation for this recurrent neural network, what is the issue, and how this concept long short-term memory coming into the picture, and why it is playing a beautiful role in this LSTM networks, which are the basics or basic building blocks in order to understand the ChatGPT like concept, which is again based on the large language model. So we'll try to understand everything right from LSTM. We'll try to understand how to use the deep learning techniques, and just using the deep learning techniques, we'll try to implement this word text processing, pre-processing of this text. Then we try to create a word embedding, right? And then using Keras, we'll try to implement a very beautiful project, which will be called as, let's say, we will call it as an analysis of the truth, or we can consider this as a fake news detector or fake news classifier using the LSTM recurrent neural network. Once we are comfortable with this intermediate level of this LSTM, then there will be variation to this LSTM, which is bidirectional LSTM. There will be some concept called a GRU, gated recurrent neural network, which is again a flavor of the LSTM. Again, then we'll try to also understand that after learning this recurrent neural network and different variation like LSTM and all. So we'll try to understand that what is the further step or what is the road ahead in this NLP arena or in the domain to become the NLP expert. So I will guide you. We will have to look at we have to reach from the ladder from basics with ML for NLP till the ChatGPT application, how we can pave this way towards these large language models or ChatGPT like models or application. And in this entire series, at least I will try to give you such a good concept understanding, so that you guys will be able to bridge a gap between what is LLM towards still back to the basics of all the NLP concept, right? So without wasting the time, I think this is all of the agenda. And along with this, guys, let me also tell you that I will be giving you a very good concept, which you guys can implement. Surely, I would request you to implement is that just to perform an emotion or sentiment analysis for you guys. And the topic of this sentiment analysis or the data will be nothing but your courses. Whatever courses you guys are undertaking, let it be you guys are from engineering background, let it be from the data science background, let it be from commerce, science, art, whatever background you guys are from there. Okay, it doesn't matter, but what you have to do is, once I teach you how to perform a sentiment analysis or emotion analysis, it will be a very good exercise. So you guys can go back, and I would like to also request the faculty members to also have a look in this, to implement this one session, where you guys can come up with the data from the students, and you can conduct a survey, let's say one survey. And using this survey, you guys can you can decide first top five courses where you want to perform this emotion analysis or sentiment analysis. You guys can collect this data, and then whatever code or whatever machine learning algorithm and deep learning algorithm I am providing, you can implement the same step without making any changes. Only part change will be the data. And on the basis of this, I think you guys will be able to come up with an amazing use case, which is called as the sentiment analysis for the courses. Sentiment analysis. And this will in fact help you guys, even for the faculty member, for the colleges, principal sir, and everyone. It is very, very relevant topic where you guys can understand the emotion or the sentiments behind your courses which are taught, and you can come up with a conclusion how you can improve your courses, or what are the major major, let's say, what are the major bars or major gaps which has been identified during this project, and which you can implement further to make this courses very exciting, or how you can adopt it to make it more, let's say, student friendly, or make it more like, let's say, towards the industry wise, let's say industry friendly, so that the people will be production ready whenever the people come out of this college. I would like to call this engineering college as a factory, a factory where we are building the students which are production ready students, and which can directly go to industry and start performing the task without a very little supervision. So that's the idea I was thinking about. And this is recently there was a project which was done by the colleagues, my colleagues, where they were able to make a sentiment analysis for the engineering courses. So I thought, why not? This could be the great opportunity for you guys to implement whatever you guys are learning here. So sounds interesting, guys. Just post these thoughts about this project, and without wasting much of time, let's move to the next task of understanding what is natural language processing, what is the concept, what is the entire idea behind this, and how we can understand that, what we are going to deal with it, and or you can say how AI can understand the language which is taught by the, or which is spoken by the humans, right? Before we start into this, simultaneously, I would request you guys to post your comments or feedback about the sentiment and analysis project, which I am telling you. Once I complete this project, I will be sharing the code and entire things with you guys, so you can implement this one, and you can yourself try to test the technology and implement them for your own use cases. Okay. So without wasting time, let's get started. And let's understand that what do you mean by NLP, and why we are trying to deal with NLP. What are the terms or technologies which are used in this NLP, and all this concept we'll try to understand today. The agenda today I will try to restrict. Okay. Today I will try to restrict the agenda towards understanding the basics of the NLP. What are the tools of the NLP? What are the application? And then we'll try to start with the basic ML concept, that what are the different terminologies in like tokenization, stemming, lemmatization, what is TF-IDF, what is word to vector, how we can make computer understand the language, because computer understands only zeros and ones, and here we are talking about the text data, right? Whenever I am talking about the NLP, or whenever we are speaking about the NLP, we are mainly dealing with the text data, or we can deal with the sequence of the data, right? Which has generating the different sequences, and how we can analyze this sequence, or how we can process this sequential data, and we can feed it to the algorithms. So that's more important. So let's understand step by step. What do you mean by NLP, and why it is playing crucial role? What is the road ahead? And then once we cover this concept, I will try to switch to my notebook, where I will be taking you to the code as well as today, where we can implement the tokenization, stemming, and then lemmatization, and then TF-IDF, and also the bag of words. What is bag of words? What is the vector, word to vector concept, which is again a super important concept. Let it be a machine learning, or let it be a deep learning, or let it be any application which are based on the large language model, which are creating in terms of GPT like application. For all of them, this word to vector concept is very much important, where we are converting all our text data into terms of a vector, and which will be in terms getting the encoding or embedding, word embedding, which will be again passed for the further processing. So this is super important that you understand all this concept today, and I will try to show you code as well as a practical implementation for the same. All right. Having said that much, let's get started then. This is, guys, this is the favorite diagram whenever we start any sessions, or let it be a computer vision, let it be a machine learning, or let it be any NLP series, or let it be any large language modeling, or all the kind of AI stuff. Whenever we are speaking about the AI, we should understand that if I'm talking about the AI, if I'm talking about the NLP, where this NLP fits into the picture, or where it is coming from. what is the background, where it is coming from, and where it is trying to fit into the AI. That is very important. So I always prefer or try to start with this concept, of where the NLP fits in. What is the NLP? Is it a different domain? Is it also the domain which is coming into picture altogether different from the AI, or is it also a part of the already existing domain? So let's try and understand this diagram, guys. So we all aware that what is AI? AI is a big arena, or let's say call it as a population. It is the entire population AI. And in this population, we are having the machine learning, where we are making machines, right? We are making machines learn like humans task and make them perform efficiently. So that is machine learning. And again, in the deep learning, again, it is a concept where we are trying to mimic, right? We are trying to mimic the neural networks. We're trying to mimic the neural networks which exist in the humans, right? And let me tell you, it is very popular misconception among the people that the neural networks only exist in the brain, which is not the reality. This neural network exists in the entire body of the human, and these are spread in terms of the networks, and which in terms making us or building us our cognitive system. Okay, building our cognitive system. So if I consider, yeah, DL neurons, correct. So DL has to do with the neurons, and neuron is nothing but a single neuron, but again the chain of the neurons. If I say a chain of the neurons, which will be forming this kind of a structure. So this is how we are trying to mimic the operations performed by the human neural system, right? Human neural system. And then we're trying to make it or build it a statistical model, which will be, in fact, let's say a statistical model of f of x, which gives us the weights, which gives us the inputs, right? And gives us an activation function, and which combination of all will be giving us the desired output. So today's topic is not about the artificial neural network, so I will not go into the detail, but I hope you guys are already aware of this basic concept, and you guys were able to attend our last series of the deep learning computer vision, right? I hope that you guys are already having a good background about this. So it will help us, but don't worry, even if you have not covered all these topics, I will try to go slow and try to cover all these topics. So what I'm saying is, if artificial intelligence is the Earth, or not Earth, let's say it's an entire universe. If AI is the entire universe, in this universe, there lies a concept of the machine learning, which specifically work on the structured data, mainly bringing the structured data into form of a statistical model, which is giving us the output, right? And then deep learning is trying to give or solve the more complex topics or more complex use cases, which cannot be solved easily using the machine learning in case of the unstructured data. Just guys, pardon me for my bad handwriting. Okay, unstructured data, which is again in terms of the videos, in terms of the images, right? In terms of the data, which is a time series data, which required a certain spatial handling and also a reference to the time, right? Or let it be a text data. A text data which requires sequence to sequence processing, or require the sequence to be understood or construed by the models, right? By models, and then try to analyze and then give us the desired outputs. So deep learning is all about the neural networks. Then you will ask obviously whether NLP is a separate topic, or whether NLP is a part of AI, whether it is part of ML, or whether it is a part of deep learning. So people have a mixed reviews about it. So what you guys think? Let me ask you only, that you guys are already gone through this all the topics and scenarios, right from the machine learning to deep learning and all of them, and looking at this diagram, can you just guys quickly ping me that what do you think NLP is? So we are talking about NLP, and we are trying to understand how AI can understand a human language, and then on basis of that, it trying to process the commands which are given by us and give us the desired output. So can you guys quickly, anyone would like to ping me that whether you think that NLP is an entirely separate domain, or what you think is a mixture of everything, or whether it is a hybrid approach. All right. So I'm getting reviews that artificial and machine learning perform human tasks, machine learning training models to make prediction, deep learning makes neural network. It's a hybrid approach. And then it's a hybrid approach, correct, guys? It's a hybrid approach. But what do you think is what NLP is making use of? Is NLP is about artificial neural network, or whether NLP is about the structured data? A structured data can be anything like the tables, the databases, or spreadsheets, or Excel files, or CSV and text files, which we are in terms working with using the different algorithm. NLP, yeah, I'm getting NLP is a branch of AI that gives us ability to understand machine languages. Unstructured data, yes, correct, guys. Works on unstructured data, yes. But that's correct, guys. Great, thank you very much for your response. But I would like to hear from you that what is your basic understanding about the NLP? My question is whether NLP using a machine learning algorithm, which are in fact the statistical model, stat models, or whether they are using artificial neural networks, or what it is, or are they having a altogether different set of different algorithm? That's the basic understanding I would like to understand from you guys. Yeah, guys, I'm getting the quick responses from you. It's a hybrid AI model. Yes, guys, AI model, but I'm still not close with my concern that I want to understand whether they are using a artificial neural network, whether they are using machine learning, or are they having their own set of algorithms. Yes, so Ananta is saying that it is hybrid both. Yes, all. Correct, guys. Yes, all. So first confusion, whenever we talk about the NLP, most of the people usually think that NLP is a separate domain. It's a separate domain, both plus linguistic model. Correct. Correct, Rajeshri. Yes. Ma'am, yes, correct. You are correct. So we understand that, let's try to imagine that whenever we come into this universe, we try to understand first our family, and we try to recognize the people, right? Try to recognize the people and try to learn the words or languages simply. And how we are trying to understand is by getting frequency, yes, real word processing, yes, we are correct. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to have a little exposure as a child. We try to see the things, we try to analyze the things, then we try to read the things, write the things, and that's how we are able to understand this natural language processing, right? Or this is language or linguistic models and all, everything we are, as a child, we start learning and then we start speaking. But if we talk about the computers, right? Computers understand only 0 and 1. Only understand 0 and 1. Then, but we are talking about the text data. The NLP, whenever we're talking about NLP, we are dedicating entire our task to the text data, right? Text data, or let's say audio data, right? Or video data. In fact, out of this audio or video data, we are trying to understand the language only or text only, right? We're trying to get a feel of this text and what the text is doing. We try to convert them into some kind of machine learning, let's say, format. Okay, machine learning format. So my main question is text and speech processing, like voice assistant. Yeah, Alexa, Siri. Yeah, guys, correct. But my main understanding is our model only understand, or our entire this NLP or computers only understand the numbers. And now we are dealing with the text, right? We are dealing with the text. So can anyone tell me that what could be the possible way? What could be the possible way that we try to convert the text into such a format that our computer can, or our algorithms or machine learning or deep learning algorithms can consume them? So can you guys just tell me any idea? By using NLP, we develop AI for text detection, instant information. Yes. Learn by example. Yes, using NLTP. Yes, these are the libraries, correct, guys, correct libraries. But try to understand what I'm trying to say is that if I am written this text, okay, how my model or how my computer or the algorithms will be able to understand this? What could be the first step which you have to do. That I'm trying to understand. What would be the first? Yes, using NLTK is correct, guys. You are saying yes. Yes, you obviously will have to train the model, but what could be the way? Just try to tell me the way how I can convert this entire text to such a format, right, which can be consumed by my NLP algorithms. That's my basic concept. Data pre-processing, word embedding. Bushra is saying word embedding. Correct, guys. Correct. That was the word I was looking for. Word embedding, right? Word embedding. What I was telling you, or what we are trying to understand over here, is that whatever NLP is there, I told you guys, NLP is again a part of the artificial intelligence only. Convert to text into equivalent ASCII code. No, guys. We are not going to convert any text or numbers into some sort of coding. Let's say a hexadecimal coding or ASCII coding. That is for the hardwares. That is for the hardwares to understand these things, because hardwares only understand this kind of encoding. That's what that's a separate topic even to understand. But here the focus is to convert this text data in such a format using the word embedding, which is the correct word, using the word embedding, right, in some sort of vector. So that's important, guys. Try to understand or give a focus on these two words, that what is word embedding and why we are trying to convert into a vector. What is vector? Vector is again nothing but a one-dimensional, or could be a more, well, then we'll call it as some other structure, but vector is a one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array, I will simply try to put it in this way, that it is a collection of the numbers. Correct? The vector, and my algorithms, right? My algorithm only understand the numbers. So what I will do is, whenever I am trying to deal with NLP, or whenever we are starting with NLP, we have to convert this text into a vector using the word embedding. And then once I convert them into 0101 or some kind of some sort of coding or some sort of number, then only I will be able to make it process, so my model can consume it, right? So that is called as text pre-processing. Text pre-processing. So today's topic or today's agenda will be mainly focused on the text processing, that how we can perform the text processing so that you guys can feed that text to our model. Bag of words. Yes, correct, guys, correct. I think you guys are already aware most of the concept. It makes my job very easy now to teach you. Thanks you very much, guys, for your reply. And I hope that you will keep this kind of engagement going forward, because we want to make this session very lively, so you guys can understand all the concept, what we are trying to speak upon, right? So let me quickly finish this slide so we can go ahead and start our concept of what is called as text pre-processing. Okay, text pre-processing. Today we'll try to dedicate our session for the text pre-processing, and tomorrow, if it is not a holiday, then we'll try to make a emotion analysis or sentiment analysis, a sentiment analysis project, maybe some movie review or tweet review. Let me find a good data, or we can perform a movie review, tweet review, or maybe a review analysis on any kind of product or any kind of movie or books, or maybe simply we try to understand the speech, whether this speech is hatred speech or not, or there are many use cases we'll try to understand going forward. So before that, very special topic is called as text pre-processing, that we're trying to understand. So having said that, let me finish what is NLP. NLP is, guys, is a hybrid approach. We can say call it as hybrid approach, because by using machine learning also we are doing NLP. By using deep learning techniques also we are trying to do NLP. Yes, guys. Yes, ma'am. Sunita ma'am. Yes, definitely. I will give you this entire material and plus the code. Please start deep about the, okay, guys. PPT is not visible, guys. Can you just quickly confirm if it is the only issue with some of us, or everyone is not able to see the PPT? Okay, thanks, guys. Maybe it's a topic some of us may be facing this issue, so maybe understand. We'll try to get it in better way. Okay, thanks, guys, for the confirmation. So let's understand that in NLP we are having a or NLP you can also call it that. Let's understand that whenever we are trying to speak about the NLP, it is all about the text. We're trying to process a text and try to feed it to the machine learning model or deep learning model, and then we're trying to perform the output or use cases on the basis of it. So NLP is a part of conversational AI. Conversational AI. Right. Part of the conversational AI. So what do you mean by conversational AI? If I broadly categorize the AI into the categories, so it could be a discriminative AI, then could be generative AI, and then third could be conversational AI, conversational AI. So NLP is a part of the conversational AI. What do you mean by conversational AI is, let's say we're trying to have a communication, right? We're trying to build a communication with the bots, with the algorithms, or with our ML or DL models. So by using our human language, we are trying to communicate using the human language, and we are trying to give the direction to our model, and this model in terms is giving us the desired task. Okay, so that's why it is called as a part of the conversational AI. Again, there are very beautiful examples which I have taken, like natural language understanding or natural language generation, you can say, right? Or dialogue management, DM. A dialogue management is nothing but a chatbot, right? A kind of chatbot. Yeah, new channel is using nowadays. Odisha was the first state, guys. Odisha was the first state, and followed by the Karnataka, and then many states are now trying to bring their news anchor. So that is one of the beautiful example how we are having this conversational AI, right? Conversational AI into the picture, right? So what we are trying to understand is that conversational AI could be a natural language processing, where we are trying to process the text and try to get a feeling out of it. Let's say a classification or reviews or understanding, right? Or we are trying to bifurcate the things, right? So whenever we talk about the discriminative technique, we are trying to classify, detect the object, right? Detecting the object, classifying the things, segmenting the things, or some sort of things where we are trying to identify something. We're trying to bifurcate between the things. That is called as discriminative AI. Generative AI is something where we are trying to predict or bring any text, summary of the text, generate videos, right? Generate videos, any images or videos, or some sort of generation is going on. And then in conversational AI, guys, we're trying to communicate with the bots or any models, where we're trying to give us a query, and for that query they are trying to understand and give us the output, desired output. So that's how the NLP can play a role. And in terms of NLU, let's say in terms of the dialogue management, or in terms of the natural language generation, we are trying to create automatic responses sometimes, right? Whenever you're trying to write an email, and whenever you try to start writing anything, at that time the next word will be guessed, right? Next words will be guessed, or some sort of suggestion you'll be getting when you write a mail, that what could be the next sentence in your mail. So all this stuff or all these tasks could be the process where we're trying to understand how the NLP is playing a very deep role. Okay, process and generate human language. Correct, guys? So let's try to understand. Let's move to our next topic. Try to understand. I hope this slide is pretty much clear, and these are nothing but the chatbots or frameworks using which you guys can create the chatbot, and you can feed with your custom data and try to have a conversation with it. WhatsApp chat text recommendation. Correct, guys? So let's try to move to next step and try to understand how we can even further try to understand what is natural language processing. Okay, and then we'll try to also understand, guys, what is the challenge, right? What is the challenge between having this natural language understanding, and how the machines can face a challenge, right? So let's take very popular example. Whenever we are trying to have a communication, let's say with a pet, if I am saying my pet, right, okay, Ginger, you had it, right? You stay out of this garbage, or try understand, right? And then don't make any stupid action, right? That's how you scold your pet, right? Sometimes. So what we understand, that whenever we're trying to speak to our pet, we understand that he is able to understand the context, right? We strive to understand the context, the intent, and then according to context and intent and the meaning, he's giving us the replies. And then we imagine that whatever we are speaking to our dog, he's able to get it, understand, right, correctly. But in terms what is happening in reality, so blah blah blah, then name of your pet, and again blah blah blah, and name of the pet, right? So that's how he construes. So that's what the reality, or that's how the, you can say that deep understanding versus the shallow matching is the concept, right? Whenever we are trying to understand the language, right? Language is not that simple. So let's imagine that if I am trying to praise anyone, I'm trying to praise that, okay, wow, if someone has got an extraordinary scores in any exams, right? And but he's trying to brag about it, or he's trying to show it off, right? He's trying to show you it off. Then we try to obviously say, wow, wow, what a nice idea, right? What a nice achievement. We try to give some kind of compliments in such a way that it becomes even sarcasm, right? We try to create a sarcasm, right? So in terms to understand the language, it is not that simple, right? It is text data is like superficial, right? Whenever we get a text data and then we try to perform some pre-processing and trying to classify the data, or let's say trying to find out some sort of input, or let's say some sort of task or output out of it, but it is okay to understand the text data, but the language is very difficult, right, to understand. Yes, guys, so that's what the concept I am trying to convey, that even natural language processing, the Google nowadays is trying to create the NLP models. They are into business from last decade, right? But they are doing some kind of research in terms of the sarcasm, and they are able to get up to certain percent of accuracy, where they will be able to detect whether this is a sarcasm, or this is really a praise, or this is a normal conversation, right? So we are able to detect the emotions. We are able to detect these gestures from the human, right? We are able to understand the context, and basis of the context, we are able to give the reply in terms of the bot or in terms of the NLP chatbots and everything. But the language is like an iceberg. Whatever looks at the tip, it is more than that, right? So it is a difficulty for us to implement the NLP. But there are certain limitations also, that you will say that if I am getting this hold of the NLP, that means whatever challenges or whatever text data or speech data is there, I will be able to convert using the model. Though that's not the reality. That's the case I am trying to understand or trying to convey here, that the NLP itself has certain limitations for it, and you have to use it, or use it very wisely with some kind of, let's say, guardrails, right? Guardrails. This is a basic or new concept, guardrails, because whenever there is large language models, we are training with a huge data set. They're trying to perform a task. They are trying to perform a task which they are not meant to perform. Let's say, could be a very good example. I know I'm going far away from the topic, but I could not resist when we are having this kind of beautiful conversation, that why we are having ChatGPT like application, and this ChatGPT like application are built on the languages or corpus of the languages, but they are trying to perform with the task which are not ethical sometimes. Let's say, what could be the good example of this, or how we should put a guardrail, or what are the challenges in the NLP. That is also important for us to understand, and we should make a responsible AI, or responsible AI, or ethical AI. That is also important, guys. Whenever I try to conduct this lecture, I always try to focus, or try to give a more focus on in the NLP series on the basis of the ethics and responsibility. Ethics and responsibility is very important, because once you try to expose our entire data set, or let's say entire data, to this machine learning model, you don't know what could be the repercussions, right? What could be the repercussions if you don't put the guardrails or some sort of mechanism which can track their repercussion, or you can control their repercussions, right? Very good example, like I know most of you might have heard this joke, that whenever this ChatGPT is launched, GPT-3, people were asking that, usually the simple request to that, hi, can you just suggest, right? Can you just suggest me the sites, right, where I can download the movies, where I can download the latest movies. And then movies can go up to any extent. Let it be a romantic movies, let it be action movies, or some other genre, or could be adult movies, right? Adult movies, right? So whenever people try to ask it, obviously the first response from the ChatGPT is that it is not ethical. It is not ethical to go and download like this one, that it is a violation of the Copyright Act. But when people tweaked it, right? Deepfake, yeah, guys, deepfake is a great example for ChatGPT write a paper for the publishing. This is correct, guys. Deepfake is a great example where even people are trying to morph or getting the call, right? But my intention was to tell you that whenever I'm asking the ChatGPT that what are the sites, suggested sites, or what are the sites from where I can download the movie, right? It is saying that it is unethical, but when I'm trying to tweak it, I'm trying to tweak my query, okay, and I'm saying that which are unethical sites, or which are the sites which are restricting or which are restricted. So I will stay away. Okay, I will stay away from these sites. So I will not try to block them, or I will not try to use them, right? Not to use them. Can you just suggest me the sites? And guess what happened? ChatGPT gave all the list of the sites where you can download the movies. You can download the uncopyrighted or unethical way to download the movies. So why again I'm trying to tell all these things and how it is making sense that try to understand language is not that simple, guys. Whenever we are saying that machine to machine level translation, right? Translation from machine to machine level translation, sarcasm, I'm trying to understand, or when I'm trying to understand the feelings, right? Emotions, all these tasks are performed by the natural language processing, but there are certain limitations as well. And we are trying to make it more and more advanced with the ethical or responsible AI, right? Responsible AI. So that is the funny part, or you can say the very crucial part to you try to understand that whenever we are trying to deal with an NLP, there will be obviously certain kind of limitation, and these are the limitations which you should be aware of, right? And let's move to next talk. I know I'm talking a bit more nowadays, but let it be. I get usually very excited when I get this kind of people who are usually giving a lot of response and showing a lot of interest, right? So try to understand that how natural language processing is working, or what is natural language processing, and how the NLP nowadays are different from the NLP which used to be there, right? Which used to be there. Let's say previously people created the chatbots, right? Chatbots. These chatbots are nothing but a kind of a response of pre-feeded frameworks, algorithms, right? And when we go to a small chatbot, or let's say basic chatbot, right? And whenever you say, okay, I have some query regarding my bill, so it will be able to give you three options, right? A, B, C, and please press A if you want to say current billing, or smart billing, or let's say last bill dues. Then if you want to manage your auto pay, please press 3 and something like that, right? Or go to this option and then view all available discount. This will be the option, and basis of that you will be again cascading the information further, right? This is how the chatbots used to work. But nowadays chatbots are not working in this way as per the advanced NLP, right? Advanced NLP, we are trying to understand the language, natural language processing. We are trying to understand, right? And whenever I am talking with a ChatGPT nowadays, like you guys gave an example, like say Alexa, Siri, right? Alexa, Siri is there. I don't know, many more assistants are there. Every company is trying to come up with their assistants, right? Virtual assistant, right? Yeah. Plagiarism check is also software, guys. Yes, it is also one of the example how we can try to track the use cases of the NLP, right? So whenever we're nowadays talking to any chatbot, this chatbot are nowadays not a mechanical one, right? They used to be mechanical based on the question and answer they were replying, but nowadays we're trying to understand the language, we're trying to understand the context, or let's say context, then try to understand the intent, and then on the basis of the intent we are trying to hit a reply, right? That's what is happening. Or if you see this example where people are trying to look at the, I know this example is somewhat somewhat blur, but I will try to make it clear, right? Whenever I am trying to understand with a human, or trying to interact with a human using the any ChatGPT kind of application, or any chatbot, right? So it is trying to understand the different features of the human being, like what is the language, right? What is the intent that he's asking for? What is the location? What is his age, right? What is his emotion, whether he's frustrated or not? All these things, or these kind of parameters are now added, and then we are trying to analyze our language, through which we are trying to interact with this kind of chatbots, and basis of that it is trying to give you, let's say, the same query if you have done to an advanced NLP chatbot. Then if you say there is a way, let's say he's saying that you are giving a prompt that I am having this kind of issue with my bill, that it is way too high, then they look at the example, or look at the response how we are getting nowadays, that bill charge comparison. Okay, I'm very sorry to hear that you are having this kind of issue with your bill. Let's try to analyze your per month. Let's try to analyze your per month bills, and on the basis of that we'll try to compare your current and last bill, and then try to make a decision that whether it is bill is way too high, or weight is too low. So imagine guys that how this evolution is going on, right? So where we are just giving a question and answer to this kind of understanding, where whatever language or natural language I'm speaking, these computers are able to learn it or understand it. That's the beauty of the NLP, guys. That's the beauty of the NLP or revolving this kind of evolution which is going on, where people are able to track the demographics, emotions, there's a certain way of conversation, and basis of that they're trying to understand the intent, right? Intent, and then they're giving the reply. So that's how the NLP is nowadays getting better and better, right? So you will say, what are the application, popular application of the NLP? So we are already discussed much of the application. Siri is one of the best application in iPhone. If you guys are using the iPhone, where it is trying to recognize your speech, on the basis of the speech is also trying to convert the text to speech, or try to perform any command or actions, right? Or language analysis, like say you are saying your Siri to send a message to anyone, or open any app, or try to play a music, right? You play a music, all this kind of application, nothing but it is an NLP algorithm which is working in the background. And today we'll try to construe or try to have an in-depth look during this series, that how these things are working, how to connect these dots, that how, if I am talking in English, how this model is able to understand what it is doing in the background, what are the steps it is doing, how it is performing the text processing, and on the basis of that, how it is trying to perform the action. So that's the pretty much agenda for this series, guys. And trying to understand that what are the application, language translation, we are already seeing smart assistant like Siri one, document analysis. Again, let me tell you very good example of the document analysis. If you guys have heard a AI lawyer, right? AI lawyer. So we have seen that if nowadays use cases, we have seen that there are lot many topics where we are seeing that lot many pending cases are there in the courts, right? So what they have done is they have come up with a smart lawyer or AI lawyer who will be able to understand the documents, because if that case is not critical and requires a less kind of engagement in terms of the cognitive decision making, so it is based on purely the rules and documentation. So if I have made any mistake, let's say I have broke any signal or broke any rule, right? So obviously based on the condition, a certain condition, I'll try to match with the Indian Penal Code that what should be the repercussion for that, and the basis of that I can pass the judgment, right? I can pass a judgment. So why not? Again, they have come up with this lawyer, and where it will be able to analyze your documents. You are submitting your documents, it will try to analyze this document, match with the rules, and it will try to pass a verdict on the basis of that. That's how AI or NLP is playing a very good role. Let's say whenever you're doing online search, right? And whenever you try to search, let's say my name is Vikas. Obviously, I am your host for next 5 days. You'll try and go back to Google and try to search me, right? And once you search, it will try to show you images. It will try to show you LinkedIn account. It will try to show you a website where I am working upon, or associated companies and all other stuff. Maybe my GitHub, LinkedIn profile, any sort of Facebook profile, Twitter profile, right? All these kind of accounts and how all this kind of information is now pop-based. And how this is working? This is again nothing but a graph theory, where they are trying to convert the text to a graph or images and then try to search everything and trying to bring it. But this is nothing but NLP, guys. In the end, they are doing the NLP, right? Or automatic summarization, next text prediction in terms of the email writing or some other things, or social media monitoring, like someone is giving hatred speech, trying to spread any hatredness. They are trying to perform some activities which are like which are not legal, right? They are trying to spread the rumors or some sort of things. All these things will be coming under social media monitoring. Chatbots, we are already seeing. Sentiment analysis, a very good example. Let it be any field. Let it be any field where using the sentiment analysis, people have changed a lot. Let it be a e-commerce site. Let it be the college. Let it be engineering. This is the courses. Let it be a companies, or let it be a way the people are conducting the business nowadays. Everyone is trying to understand the sentiments of the customer, sentiment of the people. And obviously you will be dealing with this one, because I am going to give a task where you guys will be collecting the sentiments or data, text from the survey, and you try to perform an emotion analysis or sentiment analysis about the different courses. You can choose your own course and try to understand the emotion, whether people are happy with this course or people want any suggestion or not, and using the NLP. So that could be an amazing achievement, I would say. If you are able to perform or implement this live use case, then that will be, let's say, really fruitful if you are trying to attend this series, and that could be the real fruit you will be gaining out of this, right? So you have to implement this one. and also spam filtering. All these things you guys are already aware, but all these tasks are nothing but the NLP. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, guys, this is very important slide, and then I will try to switch directly back to our text pre-processing. Okay. Yeah, guys, great. Some of you are already saying that you've done a sentiment analysis, but I would say that you now go ahead and do a sentiment analysis for your college, right? With the help of the professor, I would like to request all the faculty members, always our principal sir, that please allow this project. That by using this project only, you will be able to assess that how people are able to really get engagement with this NLP series or not. And once they are even, let it be any kind of accuracy you are able to achieve. Let it be not a great accuracy, but this could be a real-time example where you will be able to understand whether the people are really following this NLP series or not, or whether they are able to inculcate all the concept in the NLP. So that could be the great idea, I would say. And this is really now a topic, state of art topic, because I recently seen this use case over the LinkedIn and some community, machine learning communities and NLP communities, where people are trying to perform the sentiment analysis on the basis of the courses or engineering curriculum it is offered. And this, guys, let me tell you, I know you will start laughing if you say that even the people are now trying to revolutionize the entire education or edutech industry by using this sentiment analysis. I know this looks kind of a joke, or this could be a let's say far more word to speak upon, but this is really happening, guys, nowadays. This is really happening. How the people are trying to adopt, how you say that whenever you try to put any inquiry and you're getting a lot of call regarding it, right? Once you try to search something in the Google, and then immediately for the next hour, within an hour and so, you'll start getting a similar suggestion, recommendation, or even the call from the people, right? This is what happening in background. This is not far from reality nowadays. Okay, that's a different topic, but try to understand this is very critical, and this will even revolutionize the entire industry, guys. Recommendation system, great, guys. That's what I'm saying. But this recommendation are again based on the NLP type of pre-processing, and on the basis of that, they're trying to do this kind of recommendation. Okay. So without wasting time, guys, try to understand. I know it's a bit a lot of talk nowadays, but try to understand what is the entire ladder or entire path through which you can become an NLP expert, or what lies ahead to when you are saying that you will be able to design an application like ChatGPT, which is the large language model, and which is the state of art SOTA model today, state of art technology nowadays in the buzz, it has become the buzz of the entire tech world nowadays, that what is ChatGPT or what is large language model. If you want to reach to this ladder, guys, you have to start from the basics. And I'm going to tell you guys that way you convert text processing to the yes, guys. I will try to cover the text processing part immediately. Okay, so this will be most probably the last slide, and I will try to switch to my Python notebook. Okay, guys. In order to reach to the level of the LLM or ChatGPT, you need to understand that what you have to do is you should have a very good understanding about the Python machine learning. Okay, and then Python machine learning, and then the text pre-processing part. Then you can perform, let's say you can perform the text processing or NLP use cases using the machine learning language as well. But if you want to perform a very high-end kind of natural language processing, obviously you will require the introduction to neural network, artificial neural network, how the things work upon, what is optimizer, what is gradient descent, what are the different loss functions, what is backward propagation, what is forward propagation, right? So you should be able to solve the use cases using that. And once you have an understanding, then that will be the next task to understand the recurrent neural network, because recurrent neural network is the base for all the advanced deep learning algorithms, which are again the different flavors which are created on the basis of the RNN only. So RNN is the base, guys, intermediate level. Once you understand RNN, then you will be able to perform text processing, word embedding, word to vector, and even the, let's say, you will be able to make a representation, word representation in terms of the dimensionality, bringing like 100 dimension to some few dimension, right? Word representation in terms of feature word representation, and that kind of things. Once you are able to perform, then you will be able to use the models like LSTM, encoder, decoder, attention model. Okay, that there are the vanilla flavor. Let's say if I say that RNN is a variant flavor, recurrent neural network is a variant flavor. Out of that, you will be having LSTM and GRU, gated neural network and long short-term memory. This is the basic version. On the basic version, there are again the different architecture which are built upon. Let's say by LSTM, bidirectional LSTM. Then we are having encoder decoder model. Then we are having attention model, which forms again the transformer. Then we are having the BERT, and then the GPT model, guys. BERT GPT model. And on the basis of this combination of this all the models, then you will be able to make a large language model, which in terms is using the transformer and all the GPT models, right? And that's how you should be able to understand that if you want to reach to this ladder, you should have a good understanding of artificial neural network, basic machine learning algorithm, then recurrent neural network, then LSTM, then GRU, then encoder, decoder by LSTM, RNN, sequence to sequence vector, sequence to word vector, many to many, one to many, all these kind of flavors, and then the transformer, BERT, and GPT. So once you understand transformer, BERT, and GPT, then you will be able to design or become an architect of this kind of application, which are the large language application of ChatGPT. So in order to understand or to become a prompt engineer, or to which is a nowadays prompt engineer, or let's say large language model architecture, this is the hot topic nowadays in the industry, and people are willing to pay, right? Yeah, beautiful question, ma'am. That whether I am going to cover all these topics. Usually what happens is all these topics at least require 40 to 50 hours. Okay, 40 to 50 hours. So what I will try to cover recurrent neural network, LSTM, GRU, bidirectional LSTM, encoder decoders. So I will try to skip the transformer and all. So transformer and the GPT like model, GPT will try to understand the basics of the GPT. Only one or two models I will try to not to cover, because these are again requires a very high set of understanding, and it requires a certain amount of time, and we are having a very limited time over 1 week. So I'll try to go to this level, topmost level, and maybe I'll try to spare some part like transformer or BERT. But obviously I will try to cover the encoder decoder model, LSTM, GRU model, bidirectional LSTM, and all this, and along with yes, I will try to take an entire code walkthrough where we'll be able to build a model for the encoder decoder model, LSTM bidirectional model, where we'll be able to analyze the fake news classifier, some time series data, and something like that. Also sentiment analysis project. So that's what I will be covering, guys. Okay, so I think everyone is pretty much clear about what is the agenda, what is the ladder, what is the path, what is the road ahead, roadmap for the NLP engineer, prompt engineer, becoming a large language model architect, right? So that is the hot topic nowadays, where people are able to give you like $200K to $300K yearly. Okay, that kind of packages are offered nowadays to large language model architects. All right, I hope that you guys are able to follow all these things, right? Then we try to understand that within 1 minute I will try to quickly finish this thing. I know it's late, but I don't want to go into detail right now at this stage, because this is what we try to understand, text processing and everything, that how the natural languages processing works upon, right? We said that anyhow, as a data we are giving a text, and then how a model or how AI will be able to understand that how this text is, and how it will be able to convert it to numerical level, right? Numerical values, so it can be consumed. So for that purpose, we have to understand the text processing. And in order to understand the text processing, first part, let's take this diagram. I will not go into the other diagrams. I will try to give a reference and try to understand. Whenever I am giving any kind of text, right? Any kind of text, that could be a paragraph, or could be a group of sentences, right? Group of sentences. So first thing what I have to do is I have to break down this paragraph or sentence to a level of the words. Okay, to the level of word. That is my first task. Okay, I'll try to write it. That word level breaking, right? Word level breaking. The second step, once I break these words, okay, to these big paragraphs of sentences to word. Now the next thing will be to remove or clean the stop words. Don't worry, guys, about the stop words and everything. I'll try to tell you. Stop words, punctuation marks, unnecessary words. Okay. Then third step will be to perform the stemming stemming or lemmatization. Okay, lemmatization. Try to have a reference, guys. Try to have a reference to this one. This part, okay. This part I am talking about. Punctuation, stop mark, removing. Then stemming and lemmatization is the next part. We'll try to understand what is stemming, what is lemmatization. Okay. Once I am able to do this stemming lemmatization, then I will be doing a part of speech POS, then chunking. Okay. Once I do a chunking, then I will be able to make a vectors. Okay. Then first I have to break the word. Okay. Let me clear everything. First, I have to break a sentence or paragraph to word. From word, I have to remove the top words, unused words, punctuation marks, right? And then I have to do stemming, then lemmatization. And then once I do a stemming and lemmatization, I have to do a POS tagging. Okay, POS tagging, that is part of speech tagging. And then once I do a part of speech tagging and all the things, then I will be able to convert this thing to vectors, word embedding, which is called as word embedding. Once I do a vector of the words, then I'll try to create a matrix which will be assigning these words a different weightages, and the basis of these weightages, which is called as the bag of word technique, TF-IDF technique or vectorization technique. Then I will be able to apply a classification algorithm, deep learning algorithm, or let's say any kind of recurrent neural network algorithm on it. And on the basis of that, I will be able to achieve the output. Okay. This is how the entire process is going to be working, right? All right, guys. So let's move to next slide. Let me stop sharing and let me share my screen for the Jupyter notebook for you guys. Yeah, guys, if doing coding, yes, I will try to share this. We will upload this material, entire material, okay, to LMS only, so you guys will be having access to it. All right, guys, can you just quickly give me a confirmation that you are able to see my Jupyter notebook? Anyone quickly ping me? Yeah, okay. Thank you, guys, for confirmation. Let's try to understand. We already spoken a lot about NLP. Okay, guys, thanks for the confirmation. Okay, we have already spoken. We have already spoken a lot about the NLP. What is NLP? What are the use cases? What are the limitations? How NLP is affecting and everything. A lot things. Blah blah blah. Everything we have spoken. Now is the time to put it into the reality to speak about how the entire text processing works upon. And we'll try to understand what is the text processing today itself. Okay. I told you guys that whenever I'm getting okay, before we start the NLP session today or coding part, I would like to tell you that we'll be mostly using these two libraries. One is Natural Languaging Toolkit, okay, Natural Language Toolkit, NLTK, and the Spacy library. Spacy is like advanced library. Spacy is again an advanced library. Mostly people use NLTK. Spacy is also advanced library, guys, and using which there are also the implementation or the functionalities which are available, which you can directly use for the text pre-processing. Okay. So first concept we have to understand is a tokenization. So whenever I told you guys, whenever I'm getting the paragraphs or group of sentences, right? This is what the text data is, group of sentences. What is my main aim? Whatever data is there, I have to convert it to understandable format where it can be consumed my ML or DL model, right? ML DL model, or let it be my NLP models, right? All this model has to consume this data, and this data will be in form of the text, and it is nothing but could be paragraphs, sentences, right? So first thing what I have to do is I have to break down these sentences, and for that purpose, there's a concept called as tokenization. Let's understand what is tokenization. Okay, let's take example of this one. If I am giving this word sentence, okay, India, Hindi, Bharat, officially the Republic of India. It is a country in South Asia, okay, and it is the 7th largest country in blah blah blah, all the things. Okay, so what do you mean by tokenization? What do you mean by tokenization? Okay, tokenization means it is a process. Okay, it is a process by using which I will try to break the entire sentences into the words. So what will happen to this sentence now? I will create India as a separate word. First word will be India, then followed by this even parenthesis, guys. Okay, it will not leave any parenthesis also. So this will be 0th index, this will be 1th index Hindi, Then again, this colon is there. That will be second index. Then fourth index Bharat, and so on. So it will try to break entire all the words. Let it be comma, punctuation mark, stop, full stop, and everything. Whatever is there, all these words will be broken down. I will try to say, and that is called as tokenization. So there are two ways of tokenization. One is sentence tokenization. One is word tokenization. Sentence tokenization will be like breaking the entire paragraph into the sentences, but we are mostly using the word tokenization only. Okay, word tokenization. So this is how the word tokenization will look like. Guys, if you are able to raise a hand, I will not be able to unmute you, because if you have any queries, maybe you try to post it on the chat box. Okay, I'll try to take it simultaneously. Okay, guys. So first sentence we had first pre-processing step. Trying to understand that what is tokenization. Tokenization is nothing but a sentence tokenization or word tokenization. Whatever paragraph or data you are trying to provide, it will try to break into the sentences or the tokens. So how whatever sentences we are seeing, this is how it will be able to create a list or a vector. Okay, list or vector. And this is how it will look like when I try to do a tokenization. Okay, guys, good question. Whether so let me go at least first. Let me take you through this word processing. The question is whether I should do the stop words first, or whether I should do a tokenization. Obviously. So what you say, guys? First, obviously, whatever data you are getting, right? It is a bunch of data you are getting, a pool of data, right? So you have to break them first. That's the only first part, that is called as tokenization. So tokenization will be the first part, what you will be doing once you receive the data. Once you receive that and try to tokenize it, this is how the word tokenization will look like. If you see, India is separated, even the parenthesis is separated, Hindi is separated, Bharat is separated, comma, colon, everything is separated, guys. So this is how the first step will look like. You have to tokenize the things. So for that purpose, for tokenization, what will be the code? There is a library called as NLTK. If it is not available, you have to install it, right? Using pip install and install the NLTK on Spacey as well. Okay. Once you install, then try to import NLTK, and whatever data is there, you pass your data in that variable called as data. Okay. Once you pass this, then call a function called as sent tokenize or word tokenize. Okay. If you want to convert them into sentences, then use sent tokenize, sent underscore tokenize. This is the function in the NLTK, and then pass the data, whatever data you are having, whichever you saved in the terms of a variable, then it will be able to tokenize into the sentences. Then similarly, if you want to do a word tokenization, which in fact we'll be using mostly, so NLTK dot word underscore tokenize, and then pass the data, and this is how it will look like. How to update the NLTK version in Jupyter. Guys, you just directly install the latest version. Let's say whenever you try to install using pip install, it will try to give you a latest version. If it is not giving latest version, NLTK then equal to and write the name of the version. Let's say the version is 10.2 something like that. Try to check out this version, and then let's say write pip install NLTK equal to this version, and then it will be able to put it the latest version. Okay, that's how. Or you can use a pip update. This is also option called as update. I'll try to give you guys these commands. I will try to give you these commands. Okay, try to focus on more on this pre-processing. Okay, as of now, I will try to provide. Don't worry about it. I will try to provide all the words and all the steps of what are required for this pre-processing. Okay, first we seen the NLTK.sentence tokenize, then pass the variable data which contains our data, and then second is NLTK.word underscore tokenize the data. Okay, token underscore in the bracket the data, whatever it is, same data. Let's just look how it looks like. Once you pass it, then it will be able to convert it into the different words. India separated by all these things. See, okay, this is how it will be able to convert the tokens into the words and the sentences. Okay, this is the first step. Then second step, as of now, I will not go into pure tracking and chunking. I will go in the last. First, we need to understand that second step to perform. Once I am able to get what I did is I broke down my entire paragraph into the words, right? Now I am having these words like I, Bharat, me, Vikas, parenthesis, right? Parenthesis, then full stop, comma, everything now I am having. So what will be the next way? Now my aim is to, I told you guys that whatever I have to do, I have to create a vector. Let's say if these words are, let's say 1,000 words. Now I am having all these 1,000 words and broke down to them. What I have to do is like I have to write these 1,000 words right differently. Here it will be I, it will be Bharat, this will be Hindi, right? This will be Vikas and all these things, right? And then obviously I have to count how many times they appeared. Let's say 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. And then whatever the pre-processing I have to do in this format only, right? I have to create a matrix. Let's imagine if I have 10,000 words, I will be creating a columns, 10,000 columns, correct? 10,000 columns I will be creating, and my model will have to work on all these 10,000 columns to understand the pattern. And then I will have to make a analysis on this basis, right? So what could be the smart way, correct? What could be the smart way in order to bring those 10,000 words, okay, to lesser dimension? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me how I can bring this all these 10,000 words? And now you see literally what I did in first step is I just broke down the word sentence or paragraphs into the words. So what could be the next step, guys? NumPy. Yeah, NumPy is correct, guys. NumPy, but what could be the way? Table. So that's what I'm saying, that in table I am trying to write entire words. So how I can reduce these words? What could be the way? Data frame, correct. Data frame is correct, ma'am. But what I'm saying is this is the way how we achieve. You're trying to create a data frame. That I have done. Agree. I've created a data frame. Now next word is, or next task is to remove the, correct. That's why I'm saying that reduce the dimension, correct. How? PCA. Okay, nice one, ma'am. Nice one. Now try to understand that what is the challenge with the PCA. Obviously we have learned, everyone learned that PCA is the technique how you try to do a dimensionality reduction, right? Removing stop words, that's correct. So try to understand what could be the problem with the PCA. Now whatever sentence, whatever is there, right? All this is a text still. And then the PCA, why PCA will not work, I will tell you. PCA works on the numerical data. We try to find out the distance, right? It work on the Euclidean distance, how many distance or some other distance, and on the basis of the distance, you will try to convert it to higher dimension data to lower dimension data, right? On the basis of distance and all, and then using the techniques, like all the techniques, you will try to bring it, right? So, but what is the use? Because still now I am still having the words, right? I cannot apply PC or some other TSNE or some other kind of algorithm where I will be able to bring them. So that could be the issue with the PCA. So for that purpose, correct, Varsha Kulkarni, correct. It is that we have to use a concept called as stop words. Now, what is stop words? Try to understand, guys. If I have a 10,000 words and I have to bring them to a smaller dimension, obviously I will be using stop words. Now, what is a stop word? Try to understand what is a stop word. If let's say if I don't know German, okay, let's say I went to Germany, but I don't know German, and I literally went to Germany, guys. I went to Germany and literally I never knew about the German words, but I went to a restaurant to remove unnecessary punctuation, correct. So I went to a restaurant, okay. I went to a restaurant and I have to order the food, okay. I have to order the food, but entire whatever concept were written, remove the article proposition, correct. Whatever concept was written or whatever was the thing was given over there was completely different because of the cultural differences, right? Cultural differences, I will be not able to understand, okay. Even though the menus are in English, menus were in English, but the way they given the culinaries or the dishes, the name and all the things were different, right? I was not able to understand, but even I could understand the small words, or I can try to connect the things where they are saying like bread, milk or fruit. They're trying to bring something like that, or let's say vegetables, or let's say I'm talking about the paneer. If I'm a vegetarian, so I'm talking about paneer or cottage cheese or cheese, right? These kind of words. So in order to understand this, or even to understand the language, I don't require the entire sentences, right? Sometimes if I am able to deal with the important words, let's say I want to order the food, which is a vegetarian food. So I will not say that, okay, in German, how you write ich bin vegan, and I leave a cottage cheese, right? This is the entire sentence. But even if I say that cottage cheese and vegan and cottage cheese, it is more than sufficient for me to understand that what I am trying to understand, or what is this sentence means, right? Even I was alien to them and I was able to only say 2 words, and on the basis of that words, right, Correct, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, that if you try to focus on the keywords, I will be able to understand the intent. I will be able to understand the intent of the language, right? Whatever I am speaking. So I just gave 2 words and that chef was able to understand my intent and he was able to bring me the correct dish, right? But the keyword was very important. I used vegan and the cottage cheese, right? These 2 words. So I don't have to deal with me, myself, order, bring or good or that, right? So if I try to focus on the important words, that will be more than enough for me to understand. And this way, whatever 10,000 words are there, I will be able to at least bring them to the, let's say up to 5,000 words. Correct. So stopword means nothing but whatever the words are there, like A and B, etc, right? And plus the punctuation marks, right? Punctuation marks. All these punctuation marks are also, yes, correct, guys. That's what all these words or fillers which you are having apart from the verbs and the nouns, right? Apart from verbs and nouns, all these fillers which makes the entire complete sentence, right? Even if I remove them, still it will be making some kind of sense to me and I will be able to bring down my dimensions, right? So that is how the stopword says about, okay, in using the stopwords, try to understand what do you mean by stopwords. Using the stopwords, you will be able to remove the sentence words which are like A and the or myself, we, or all these words are frequently coming up. And this, even if I remove them words, I will be able to make the intent or understand the intent of the sentence. That's I will be able to draw conclusion out of this sentence, right? So for that purpose, that is a good way to remove the stopwords, right? So for stopwords equal to, again, you have to bring the NLTK corpus. Corpus is nothing but the dictionary or collection of the words. And in that, there is a function called as stopwords, and whatever stopwords are there, obviously you are using English language. So this language will differ accordingly, right? You have to bring these stopwords, right? These stopwords, you have to assign to a stopwords. And whenever you try to print a stopword, let's have a look at the stopword. This is already pre-built, guys. You don't have to do anything. So this is a pre-built stopwords, and these kind of stopwords are there, right? Did, does, having, had, be, being, but, at, for, wait, into, during, before, out, right? All these words, these are available in the stopwords. So next thing, once I do a tokenization, right, I will have to remove these stopwords, right? So for you removing the stopwords, I will be using stopwords. And then also the strings, right? I have to import the strings, and in that strings, I have to remove the punctuation marks. Even without using the punctuation marks also, I will be able to understand my words, right? That's the intuition. So try to understand the code, guys, quickly. So by using the code, how I will be make my data clean by removing the stopwords and everything. So obviously I will be importing the NLTK string, importing the string from corpus. I will be importing the stopwords. Stopwords, I have already assigned the stopwords in English stopwords by using analytical library, and punctuation mark is present in the string dot punctuation. So data equal to my entire data. So clean data, this is a blank, let's say list I am trying to create where I will be storing entire data. So first I will write a loop for word in the analytic.word.tokenize, means try to understand what we'll be doing here. First, it will try to pick up one word. Let's say it's picked up India. Then it will try to pick up Hindi. Even before that, it will try to pick up parentheses, Hindi, then colon, then Bharat. Okay. And then again, parenthesis, closing parenthesis. This is the colon. Okay, guys, try to understand this example. First, what it will do is word will be coming to the 0th index. It will take India. Then once it try to tokenize the word, and out of that it got a India. Then it will check this if this word is in punctuation mark. Okay, obviously it is not in punctuation marks. Then it will go to next loop. Tokenize the corpus into word tokenization. Correct, ma'am. Yes. So what it will do is once India is gone a validity check with the punctuation mark, it will go to stopwords. Though again, it is India is not present in the stopwords. So our data, our list, which we have created, blank list will get dot appended with the India. So that's how we'll get a India first. Again, Hindi similarly will get appended. Then it will come to a colon. Now colon itself will not move to this level because again it is present in the punctuation mark. The loop will break. Okay, that's how again it will start to next thing, and this how one by one we will try to go through them, and you will have a clean data, right? This is how clean data entirely without the stopwords. And this, if you look at this data, you will not find any stopwords and any punctuation marks. Okay, this is how we'll get our clean data. Now guys, once we understand this clean data, right, next thing we have to understand is what is stemming. Okay, I will try to cover only stemming part and stemming part today and try to finish this. I know we'll be remaining very small concept, just 10-15 minute concept that we'll try to cover in next session, and we will try to perform a project, emotion analysis or sentiment analysis project in next section. Sentiment analysis. Let me finish this one, stemming part. So once then I will try to go back to POS tagging and everything. I will try to tell you what is stemming. Now try understand what is stemming. Once I am able to get a clean data, still further I need to perform some kind of processing, right? So there will be two concepts called as stemming and lemmatization. Try to understand what is stemming. Okay, stemming means what? Stemming means is a literal meaning where we are referring to a stem of a root, stem or root of a plant, right? Where if you are able to plot that stem, you'll be getting. I have a question on pre-processing. Yes, guys, go ahead and post it. I will try to take that question. Meanwhile, I'll explain this one. Okay, Bushra, go ahead and post that question in the chat box. So stemming means what? What we do is stemming means bringing word, okay, bringing word to its original form. Okay, bringing word to its original form. That is means by stemming. Okay, so stemming is nothing but bringing the word to its original form. Let's take an example and trying to understand what do you mean by stemming. If I this kind of words, let's say running, runs, and ran. Okay, all these words are you having a base word as a run, right? Base word and run. But in my sentences, you will seeing that whenever I am trying to write all these sentences, my column will consider running. Okay, running as different word, and then runs as different word, and again ran as a different column, right? So if I try to bring them, if I want to reduce my dimension, I try to bring them to its original form, right? Original form, which is again run. So I will be able to still maintain the context. I'll be able to maintain the context of my speech, and I will still able to get the intent. Okay, get an intent out of which I will be able to detect the speech, right? So for that purpose, stemming is used. By using stemming, we'll try to convert all this form of words into the base word, which is run. Okay, this way we'll be able to bring these different words into the same form. And again, since Python is case sensitive, we'll be able to remove this dimension and bring it to one sentence. So it will ease in the competition and also to perform the pattern recognition. Okay, I am taking the question, guys. Okay, that's it. I will be taking questions nowadays. Bushra has posted one question, and Anand, I'll try to go to. We'll try to stop it here. I'll try to take a question for a couple of minutes. We are remaining. Then tomorrow I will start with the lemmatization, POS tagging, name entity recognition, TF, IDF, and then sentiment analysis. If you remove all the stop words, then how ChatGPT will understand the context? Example, I am a president of USA and my name is Obama. We remove stop word, this will become president USA, name Obama. Okay, guys, for that purpose, that's why there is a concept called name entity recognition. Okay, name entity recognition. This concept of POS tagging concept comes into picture, right? Once we remove the stop words, once even we perform the lemmatization and stemming, then the name entity recognition, POS tagging, this concept will come into picture, which will try to take care of these things, right? So then I hope this will answer your question, Bushra, that we'll try to understand what is POS tagging and all, then you will be able to understand this concept. Then why did list after removing the stop word include it while it was a stop word? Okay, I will go back to, okay, I will go back to list where you are saying that it consists it still a clean word. Okay, it. Okay, good catch, guys. So maybe it is trying to consider it as different meaning over here, but it ideally, if it is present, okay, this if it is present, let's say whatever stop word, I have not checked the entire stop word. If it is stop words having this it in it, right? Let me check if it is having it. It is it. It is its, right? So it will be removed, correct? What about Hindi stop words? Will NLTK support? Yes, guys. NLTK also have a version of Hindi, Tamil, Kannada, all other things, I guess. So I have not checked. You guys can go ahead and check. All the regional languages also, I think, there, apart from all the international languages. I have not checked, but you can check, guys. It's already there. All this implementation already happening. Okay, that's how we are having the regional anchors and all. nowadays Odisha anchors. Ideally, the it should not be the part of it, but I don't know how it appeared. Maybe trying to consider capital IT, and here we are having small IT, right? Let me go back to IT. Yeah, so that's the problem, guys. See, understand. Since Python is case sensitive, this is a small I and T, and if you look at this IT, it is a capital I. So I told you it is a case sensitive. That's why it has not removed the IT. Okay, guys. Hope this answers your question. Okay, Anand. Students study. Yeah. that's the one of the, okay, that's the difference. Students will become study, studies will become study, or even students will also become student. That's the problem with the stemming. We'll try to discuss this concept, guys, tomorrow. That's why the concept of the lemmatization comes into picture. Okay, that's why the concept of lemmatization. Okay, let me go to it. So this concept of the limitation will come into picture, guys. Suffixes, yes. So before doing pre-processing, we have to convert the text data into small cases. Yes, guys, that's one more thing I forgot to tell you. I will try to tell you. Whenever we try to convert this or perform this pre-processing as well, right? So usually what we do is whatever capital IT, let's say whatever you see here, and small IT, it will try to still consider it as an different words and will not try to remove. Usually what happens is we try to do a case transformation even before processing all these things. So try to convert all the upper cases into the lower cases. We try to bring it to the same cases. So this kind of issues will not happen, since this is a case sensitive. Python is case sensitive. This kind of issues will not happen. So this is good catch, ma'am. Thanks for indicating it. So I wanted to cover this thing, right? So Mayur, okay, thanks for bringing this. So whenever you are doing this kind of text processing, you have to convert this text into some case, right? Lower or upper, whatever it may be, you choose, and you have to bring a consistency in the case sensitive. Since this is case sensitive, then you try to perform this text pre-processing guys. That's how the limitation will also come into picture, because run and even studies and student all will be considered as a student, maybe in some kind of thing. That where the limitation will try to come into picture. Tomorrow in next session we'll try to cover these things, guys. I hope you find it it's very relevant, guys, this topic. That's it for today's topic, guys. We'll try to conclude session today itself. Amar, can you just confirm that tomorrow we are having session, or we'll be going for?
No, tomorrow there is no initiation, so we'll meet you on rest.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much then, and see you after the day after tomorrow. Okay, we'll try to continue this, and we'll try to perform a emotion or sentiment analysis project. And I will definitely Jupyter notebook link from Collab. Okay, guys. Yes, ma'am. I will try to cover this. I will try to share the Jupyter link with you, so you can go ahead and directly upload this link to Collab, upload this notebook to Collab, and there you can perform, okay, all this coding. All right, guys. Thank you very much, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this session, and see you day after tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Bye. See you. Happy Independence Day, guys. Yeah, very important. Happy Independence Day to everyone, and hope you enjoy this thing. Okay. I'll stop sharing just for one more minute. I will be available, and after that I'll try to close this session, guys. If still you got a couple of minutes, if you want to ask anything, go ahead. Within 2 minutes, I'll close this session. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for your compliments. And very most important, that we should be feeling proud of our country, because we are making a lot of progress in terms of the technology tools and everything. Like this kind of sessions, this is one of the live examples how we are able to excel in the terms of the technology. So I wish you all happy Independence Day. If you have any question, quickly post me. Otherwise, I'll try to close in next 1 minute this session. We'll conclude today and we'll start again by day after tomorrow, guys.
Dear participants, if you have query question for the ExcelR team, EDL team, please post in the chat box. I will take it up. And one more thing, I already shared the attendance and feedback link in the chat box. Please mark your attendance and share your valuable feedback as well, because attendance, 60% attendance is mandatory to get the certificates. So on a daily basis, please try to mark your attendance. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, guys. I hope there is no more questions. So let's try to connect again day after tomorrow. Okay. Have a great day ahead, guys. Thank you very much. Bye.
So dear participants, thank you so much for participating enthusiastically for the first day. And Vikas, thank you so much for guiding us with all the introduction part of the NLP. Looking forward to see you everyone on 16th at 3 p.m. Thank you, Amar, for hosting. Thank you, Irfan.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks again.
Yeah.